Okay, so we're just giving people a little time to come in. Make sure that you are smashing that notification bell. You can also share this live if you like, or tag a few people that you think this would be good for. And don't be shy, because this is a place to discuss things. You don't have to be a veteran to really have input, because I learn from people every day in the lives and in life. So this is not a place where if you're not seasoned, you can't speak up. This is a place to kind of get the discussion going, to kind of get the mind brewing, so we can all make money in the beauty industry, okay? And you can invite people or share with people who may not necessarily be nail techs, because this is anyone in the beauty industry or for an entrepreneur overall. So just sit back and we'll come on soon. Thanks for your support. This track is so funny to me. I just had to throw it in because the emotions be running high, honey. But I'm coming soon. Just hold on. Just giving people time to come on in. Get what you need to get. We're starting soon. That's why it's not showing up. I'm sorry. How is my connection? Because I did not plan this. As you can see, it's a little fuzzy. I did not plan this. I was just like about to do like this on the couch. And I'm like, you need to go online. So how is everyone doing? Is this connection okay? Because I did not connect everything. You can see what I'm living in right now, right? I'm not just talking to you all. I'm really about that life. Is the connection okay? Sometimes it's hard for me to tell. Let's see. Is this a good connection? Yes, Chrissy. You caught it from the beginning because you have been missing. The picture is frozen. Okay. Well, do you all really have to see me? Because I'm not gonna lie to you, I am exhausted. I have not been to sleep in like a full night's sleep in 2 days. Can you hear me okay though? I don't know. Let me see if I can. Do I have this in the right? Yeah, that's why I always put it. But this thing is broke. Oh, this cord is expensive too. This Ethernet cord was expensive. Well, you don't really have to see me every time, do you? Just let me know if you can hear me okay, because I'm telling you, I am so exhausted. I can guarantee you, I don't feel like I'm not gonna be able to get up and do that. It's just too much to set everything up. I promise you. I promise you. So what I'm gonna do is I'm going to just put a picture up here and I'm just going to talk to you all because that's fine too, right? So we'll just have this like a podcast, a live podcast. Let's see. We'll do like this. There we go. So can you hear me? Okay, that's fine too, because I watch some channels where there's a girl I watch, I've never seen her before. That's part of her thing with her channel. You've never seen her. So people really be trying to figure out who she is and what she looks like. I don't care. She gives good information. So we got Chrissy here. We got Lauren. Hey, Lauren. We got this Mix Take 3. Hey. And yeah, I know you were like, I don't know if she's really coming on, if this is a mistake. No, this is for real. Huh? Hey, Kimberly. Hey, Gloria. Good vibes. That's right. That's so funny. I just created something that said good vibes on it last night. I hope it comes out okay. You said you were watching something and saw this and clicked over, and thank you. Thank you. I don't even know what I'm going to say, but I said, you know what? I got to be more consistent. And it's just because I'm tired, you guys. And if you saw my background, you'll see I have boxes everywhere. It's just moving and buying is very, very stressful. Okay. And I'm not just, I'm making a big purchase here. The largest one I've ever made in my life, actually. So I'm just tired. More so mentally than physically. Okay, so today I wanted to talk to you all about this here. I wanted to go over 3 types of people you need to avoid when you are trying to become an entrepreneur, because this is not easy. So I wanted to discuss this because I'm trying to figure out what are some of the main hurdles that people are facing. Is it fear? Is it money? Is it the people around you? Because it could be a combination of the 3. So let me know. I'm just typing a little banner here. Those who come in a little late, new, or make sure I'm spelling it correctly. That banner and put it up there. 3 types of people to avoid when becoming an entrepreneur. And it should be "and." That's the proper grammar, but I don't feel like changing it. Whatever. Okay. So, and let me know if it's breaking up or anything. So the first one, a lot of people may not realize this, but, and I'm not going to say avoid altogether, but you have to keep in mind who your audience is when you're letting people know what you have going on. I must admit, that is one of my biggest mistakes. I am just too open. I talk too much. I tell too many people what I got going on, because people will tell you, "Oh, I ain't gonna tell nobody, girl, you go ahead." And they'll be just chit-chatting and talking and telling your business. And it'll come back to you. And I keep doing that. And my friends, they keep telling me, like, you got to stop telling everybody what you got going on, because people will put different energy off on you. And it's not even, sometimes it's on purpose, but sometimes it's not even on purpose, because you have people that are a little envious because they wish they had the guts to do it. And I know I keep saying that, but that thing right there goes really deep. It goes really deep, because there are people who they want to see you do good, but they're kind of like, man, I wish I could, so they kind of like give off kind of like bad. They're not giving you good energy per se. They're because it's like a little bit of envy that's down inside of them. So you have to be careful with that. And you have your 9-to-5ers. Not everyone who works from 9 to 5. Let me clarify. And the 9-to-5ers are the people who that's all they know. That's what they were taught. That's what their parents did. That's what their family, sisters, brothers, everyone, that's what they're teaching their children to do. They only know about working a job, 30 years, nowadays 40 years, until you're way up in age, working yourself to the bone and getting your retirement. They really kind of look at you as being a free spirit. They kind of look at you as this person who is just, taking a chance, because those people can't really wrap their mind around just creating their own income every single dollar. It's scary for a lot of people. And the truth is, it's not for everyone. So I say everyone on this earth has a place, and the true 9-to-5ers, the long-term 9-to-5ers, they will never, ever understand it. They can hear you. They'll go, that's nice, but they cannot wrap their mind around creating every dollar for themselves, like every month, good or bad, happy or sad. They have to create every dollar. It's not in everybody's blood. And so they can only give you so much advice, and you'll know those because they'll have a job, right? Can you all just let me know that you're still here? You can hear me okay? They'll have a job, and they'll say things like this to you, like, oh, that's good. Okay. Well, but then they'll start throwing in little tidbits because they're really trying to low key tell you, like, as an entrepreneur, you're not going to have any benefits. They'll say things like, well, you got to, what about health insurance? Or, you got to think about your retirement, or they'll mention their job, their 401k, their whatever. And a lot of people don't realize the 401k is just investing, and the job is just matching some of their money. And there's a person that they're paying to manage that portfolio. I manage my own portfolio. I just don't have anyone matching me. But if I wanted to, see, I like being in the stock market, right? So I manage my own portfolio. But if I wanted to, I could take my money and move it over to an investment firm and have them do it. It's the same thing, So, or I could move it over to a bank or a credit union, and they'll match some dollars too. So there's always a way. But there are people who don't understand that they have been literally programmed that the only way to retire safely, quote unquote, safely, is through a job. And we know nowadays that that's not even the case, right? Most people are switching, what they say, 3 careers in their lifetime, And then I know people that have worked all their lives, and I know someone right now, she just retired. I know 2 people. Matter of fact, hold on, let me drink this Gatorade. Delicioso. 2 people, I'm such a lady. 2 people who have retired from their job. One person, I've known her since I was a baby, and she went to work faithfully. She's one of the faithful, go hard, go to work, perfect employee. She did everything right in life. She works hard and all of that. But one thing I will tell you is that I didn't see the joy in her. I didn't see the joy come out of her. And what a lot of us who think we want to go into entrepreneurship, we know that we have one go around at this, and we want to have joy in what we do. And so I'd rather make a little bit more and be happy. The money is not really the issue, when it's all about happiness and freedom and flexibility to do the things you want to do. So let me go back to her. So she worked all these years. She just retired, but the funny thing is she's still like scraping kind of like on a super tight budget. And it really made me sad, because it's like I watched her work herself to the bone, and you still like, I'm going to give you an example. I went outside with her somewhere, and she wanted something, and it was a special occasion, and I bought it for her. And she was like freaking out, like, are you sure it's not on sale? Those items you have are on sale, but that's not on sale. I'm like, don't worry, I got it. And she was just like, you could just tell it was like, that really bothered me, because I will not be the person who's sitting there and working a job for 40 years and you can't go into the store on a special occasion and buy yourself something that's not on sale. I had to get it for her. And then she still felt guilty, because even the next day she sent me a text message like, thank you again. And I know she was just thanking me, but it should not bother her spirit so much to even buy something in a store that was not on sale after working so many years. I'm the entrepreneur, and I've come in and out of entrepreneurship many a times. And within 2 years, I can get right back on track, set everything up. It takes a minute, but I'm able to buy this person something that they couldn't buy for themselves, that they should have been able to buy for themselves. This same person is a wonderful person. She works hard. She did everything right. And last time I was around her, it kind of bothered me because she's talking about going back to work. And she just got a new truck like 2 years ago. And she's talking about turning the truck in. I can't do that. I cannot. I will not. And you want to be an entrepreneur because you've probably seen this too. And you don't see yourself going down that path, because once that last breath leave your body, whatever you did, it's done. Did you like what you did? Were you proud? Did you enjoy your time here? Or did you spend time making some other company, rich, making them wealthy, giving them generational wealth? Did you miss so many birthdays, holidays? You're too tired to do this. You couldn't afford that. You had to get the on sale version of everything. Some people, that's all they know. That's that diehard 9-to-5er. When you are trying to do your own thing, there is no way in the world they'll be happy for you as much as they can be, because they just don't know, and that's not their calling here on this earth. But I'm going to tell you, the way these jobs are set up nowadays, I see, and then that's not everybody. I know a lot of people who have great jobs and they're retiring well too. But also on the other end of that, a lot of people work so many hours a week. They have to put in a request. You got to fill out a form if you want to go somewhere. I don't know where I want to go in September. I don't know where I want to go. Usually when I go on vacation, it's the last minute. So I can't, that didn't work for me either in corporate, because I can't fill out a form and tell you September 15th through the 21st, I want to be off, because I don't plan my life that far in advance, because I try to live, I have plans, but I don't plan my fun time like that. I go with the flow, and if something comes up and I want to participate in it, I'm going to participate. I hear stories about people who have funerals, or people who are sick with, different things, and they can't even go to the funeral, or they got to take a day off unpaid and all this. And it's just like, oh, because they're not an immediate family member. Are you kidding me? So if my cousin passed away, then I can't go to the funeral because it's not an immediate family member, and I don't have enough time on your paperwork and your file and my file to do that. I wouldn't have that job anymore. And so some people, it's okay with them. They've actually, a lot of them, not everyone, but a lot of people have just kind of numb themselves and program themselves to deal with that, because they don't have that entrepreneur in them, and that's fine. So, and I'm not down talking that. I'm talking to people here who want to become an entrepreneur, right? Everybody has a place. I'm saying that is the first person that you want to kind of avoid. You can tell them, and you're going to have to leave it at that. They may support you and say, go, go, go. But if you're looking for that person to like lean and guide you along the way, more likely than not, that person is a little afraid for you becoming an entrepreneur, because they can't wrap their mind around it, because they are used to depending on others to provide them financial stability. Okay, so you're only going to get so much support from them. Does that make sense? Can you just tap in and say yes, whatever, so I can just know that people can hear me, because I can't really see. And then I'm going to move on to the second one, because I don't have to be on here all day. And if you have anything you want to say, if you have anything you want to ask, let me know. I just said I got to be more consistent. But as you can see, I'm going to try to come on camera now. Let's see. Can you see me? Is it still frozen? If it's still frozen, can you just type frozen and I'll just go back off? Or whatever you see. So the second one, let me see, because I wrote it down a little post-it note. I wrote it down. Let's see if that's the order I want to do it in. The second one is frozen. Okay. I can come back off camera. Yay, that's less work for me. The second one is something you got to think about. Now, replay this again because these are not necessarily, see, the first one, the long-term 9-to-5ers, it's not necessarily a bad thing. It's just understand that in order to make this huge step, because this is scary, you're not going to get that from them. They're not going to be your anchor in that way because they simply don't understand it and they're a little bit afraid for you. So I'm going to move on. The second one are the nosy people. You got to be very careful of nosy people. Most people are nosy, right? To a certain degree, but you have some people that will come around specifically just to see what you're doing. Okay? Specifically just to see what you're doing. You will have people that you don't even hardly hear from. They'll pop up and want you to come to a birthday party, want you to go out with them. They want you to do something. You know what it is? Usually those people have been watching you on social media, or someone in your family has been running their mouth, telling your business, and they want to check in to see how you moving. How are you moving? Or is she just talking? That's what that is. I promise you. Okay, somebody done told and say a little bit too much about what you got going on. The last time they saw you, you were in school to be a CNA, and now you over here about to go move into a salon, and you doing all this. They go to click on your darn social media, and they see you doing well in life. They see you could do nails, makeup, hair, whatever it is. You looking good, you're glowing, you're smiling, you're telling funny jokes online. They want to check in, honey. What is going on? How is she moving? How's she moving? And she better not be doing better than me. Because I'm going to tell you something. That's how a lot of people are too. A lot of people okay with you doing okay, but you better not be surpassing them. Oh, did I say that? That ain't even right. You know, I say stuff that people don't want to say out loud. It's just taboo. See, I'm going to tie all this in because you really got to be careful because the nosy people will come. I was just about to say that. You got to be, this is the other reason why you got to be careful because, yeah, they'll come in and they'll copy you. See, that's the other side of the copy, the nosy people. Sometimes nosy people come around because they're trying to see how you move so they can figure out if it's opportunity in it for them or they want to copy you. They simply want to copy you. I know someone who has a family member, and she was saying that they have this one family member who this family member is getting on everyone's nerves because it's like she's looking for something to do. And so she's literally going around doing everything else that everyone else is doing. So if one girl has a clothing boutique, now she done went and bought a couple of things. Now she's trying to sell it. Then the next couple of months, this one's selling food. Now she's trying to sell food. And now she over here asking my friend, can she teach her how to make jewelry? You get what I'm saying? Like, that is a copycat. That's the person that's going to come around, be nosy, pretend to be supportive, but they're really just trying to dig into your insides. And this particular person was even bold enough to ask my friend, does she give her some of her vendors? And people will do that too. They will ask for some of your vendors. They will ask in the beauty industry. You got to watch it. This is how they do it. And the beauty industry, and for some people, you don't mind, but they'll ask, can they shadow you? Can they help you? You need me to wash some heads? You need me to just teach me some stuff? I know you be busy. I can come help you. Now, some people might want to really help you, but other people are trying to get free lessons out of your ass. That's what they try to do, okay? Okay. It's just in the human nature for people to always try to be slick and get the most for little. They want to take the skill, the hard-earned sweat and tears, all the money you wasted on product and all of that, and they want you to give them the dang on blueprints, okay? So you got to watch the nosy people too, because it's twofold. You got some people that's just nosy, Some of them are just haters and they just want to come around and see how you moving, and you better not be moving better than them. Then you got the other people that's nosy because they looking for something to do, and they see you making some type of move, some type of wave. So they trying to get in, and they disguise themselves as being super supportive, and they inch their way in to try to get as much detail as they can. And best case scenario, maybe they can become your apprentice. So you can teach them everything you know for free. Be careful with that, or move how you move. I mean, it depends on who it is. Of course, you'll help those that are close to you, that you know love you, that you know support you, but be careful. Just be mindful. And I'm telling you, this is one of my biggest downfalls, is that I talk too much to people. And because I keep assuming that everyone has the same heart and same intention as me, because I don't do things maliciously. I'm not perfect at all, but I don't do things with maliciousness. And a lot of people on this earth do. You'd be surprised. It's really sickening and depressing sometimes how people move. So you got to do that. You got to protect your space. And I'm not going to stay on that too long. I'm just going to read these comments. But yeah, I'm just telling you all. I said, let me go on this because I've been coming up with some other things. And I'm like, you still didn't go over this. So I'm getting this video out the way. Yeah, you can't listen to the naysayers. Sometimes they're not naysayers, going back to the long term. They can't wrap their mind around it. That's not their space on this earth. Their space is in the 9 to 5. And we need everybody in every space. So yeah, you said to try to copy you. Yep. And yeah, try to do everything you do. I'm just telling you all, like, I just say what it is. You know, people either love me or hate me. I tell my friend all the time, she sees it and she knows me. People love me or they hate me. And some of them probably a little bit of both, but again, my intentions are to just, let's have the real talk here. I don't like fluffy talk. Fluffy talk just keeps you stagnant. You need to know what it is so you can move forward, right? It is irritating. It's irritating. And then what happens is, we got somebody new here who said it. And I'm going to come back to you, Lauren. But then they say you acting funny when you're not forthcoming with the information. Hello, you said it. You took the words right out of my mouth. To sheer. When you are not forthcoming with the information, then you are funny acting. There was a post that happened during COVID, when COVID first started, in one of my groups, because I'm in like 20 Facebook groups. And this girl made this long post about how people be acting funny and they don't want to give up information, and it's enough money for everyone out here to eat, and that's why your business is not going to boom, because karma going to get you. And we don't understand why people act funny. If you got the information, why you trying to keep it out? And that conversation went on for like 300 comments, like for days. And I said something, I forgot what I said, but it was like a year ago, so I kind of forgot. But I'm going to tell you, there are people that think like that. That is their instant thought, that you are funny acting when you are not forthcoming with information, or you won't sit them down and teach them. And let me tell you what that is. I'm gonna give you one word. That is a person who has a sense of entitlement, because people feel so entitled to you different ways just by having association with you. People have the entitlement of, you better give up all your vendor information. You need to sit down and show me what you know. You need to give me discounts. You need to do it for free. Hell, simply because I know you. And they really, like I said, in the long-term 9 to 5ers, this is another version of people not being able to wrap their mind about entrepreneurship. They really, like, seriously, you need to understand this and become an entrepreneur, because you're going to lose some relationships if you don't. Your feelings will be hurt. You got to understand the psychology. There are people who seriously don't get it. Even if you say, this is my job, they be like, I know, but they see that, but they really don't get it, because they've never depended on making their every dollar themselves. They never depended on, oh, I got to put gas in my car. Oh, my cell phone is going to be cut off next Wednesday. Oh, I got to make this much. It's a lot of pressure. They say they get it, but they don't get it, because most people around us who even do whatever they do it in hustle mode. And so when they see us, especially in the beauty industry, it's hard for people to take it as a career. They just don't think about it that way, because there are so many people that do it as a side gig, so many people that do it as a hustle. And so they don't get it. And they definitely don't think about all the products we buy that end up being BS. Okay. How many of you all have bought products that are like, oh, this is gonna be the bomb? You pay $30 for something, and it don't even work. You throw it away. You know, or you hold on to all this stuff because you feel like you didn't want to waste your money. Now you got a whole drawer full of junk that's like getting glitter and gooey stuff everywhere. You don't throw it away because you feel so bad about all the money you waste. You end up just throwing it away. $300 worth of product that you never used, that never did what it said it was going to do. Nobody reimbursed you for that. You know, nobody thinks about, because I pay the IRS. Nobody thinks about the fact that you have to pay the IRS. You pay them how you want to pay them. I pay them monthly. Some people pay them quarterly. Some people pay them yearly. Nobody thinks about that. Nobody thinks about the classes. Nobody thinks about the renewals. Nobody thinks about those things. Nobody thinks about the hours that we spend online, right? Just even watching YouTube videos and trying to educate ourselves and practicing. Nobody thinks about all those man hours that go into building the craft. They feel like you are doing what? Acting funny when you don't just hand it over to them. So you got to be careful, because you got the nosy people on one end. Those are usually like the fake friends, the frenemies. And then you got the other people that come around with some intentions of trying to see how they can come up off of what you're doing. Okay. So we got to be real careful about that. You said they want to give you all your hard work for free, but they don't want to put the work in. Yeah, most people don't. They'll come around. Most people are not built for entrepreneurship, right? They are not. And I'm going to say something too. Protect your energy and always listen to your intuition. Yeah, my intuition has been bothering me so bad. I think we're in a retrograde right now. And my intuition about something is so on point, and I got to make a decision, and I don't want to make it, but I got to make it. And I'm mad at myself because I made it, and then I reneged on my decision. And now I'm mad at myself because my energy is vulnerable and it's being manipulated, and I don't like that. Product, time, experience, education, quality, all of that. They act like we just read a book and it just, boom, it just happened. They're not interested until they see you succeed. And that's the other thing. Once they see you succeed, because at first what happens is people laugh at you and then they ask you how you did it. First, they laugh and they watch from the corners. People watch your social media. I'm telling you, people watching your social media. They're not liking anything. I know people that don't like anything. I know they're watching. It's so irritating. But yeah, first they watch, they laugh, they mock, they waiting for you to fail. But then once you succeed, then they want to ask you how you did it, and then they also want to claim you. Oh yeah, that's my cousin. Oh yeah, that's my friend. We've been knowing each other forever. But when I was trying to get this off the ground, you wouldn't even come be a model and pay a kit fee. But now that I'm on, you want to come pay what? Hardly nothing. You weren't even there when I was trying to get you to come and pay just the kit fee. You see what I'm saying? So, yeah, I tell people don't do it for the money, do it for the passion. And that's the thing. To be an entrepreneur, you have to really have a passion for this, because I'm going to tie this in to what I was saying earlier. Dang on it, I forgot that fast. Let me sip this Gatorade. Hold on. Delicioso. Okay. I remember. So, especially right now, this is a very delicate and weird time that we are in because of the coronavirus. We're at the end of the pandemic, right? This pandemic has created more entrepreneurs. I got air quotes in the air. I got air quotes up, y'all. We have more entrepreneurs on the scene now, more now than ever. So if you want to be an entrepreneur, you got to be careful of who you're bringing around you too, because you'll find that a lot of people think they want to do what we do because they got a few extra dollars in their pockets and they got a few extra hours. They got time. You get what I'm saying? A lot of people are not working it, but they got money. And so they're like, oh, let me become an entrepreneur. So you will find that now everybody wants to do their own thing. Have you all noticed that? Everybody want to do their own thing. And it's because people get extra time and money that they normally wouldn't have. It's not necessarily because they have the passion. And it's kind of messed up because it's watering down all the industries across the board. You know, all of them. All of them. Everything you can think of has been watered down. Lashes, watered down. Hair, watered down. Nails, watered down. I'm not seeing barbers being watered down so much. I'm not quite sure, but I'm thinking too, I don't know, with the kids not going to school, is, you know, and being at home, I think they've been cutting back on haircuts. So the industry has been watered down. But then you got a lot of people that's trying to become entrepreneurs. You got a lot of wannabe entrepreneurs. Now that was my bonus one, the wannabes. The wannabes, I'm going to tack that on to nosy people, because you got a lot of wannabes right now. You got to be very, very careful. Do not let people come around you fake having you believe that they want to do this, because I'm telling you that's why they want to do it. As soon as things go back to normal and that extra unemployment or whatever they're getting, or that pandemic PPP money ran out, or what other money they're getting, all that money, when all that stuff runs out and things get real, a lot of people are not going to make it. And we got a lot of people that want to become an entrepreneur because it is convenient. Do you understand what I'm saying? Like, listen to what I'm saying. It's convenient. It's super convenient. It's the most convenient time on the face of the earth, on our time on the earth, to become an entrepreneur. The government has really helped everyone to do whatever they want to do. Only a few going to survive, because when things go back to normal, that's going to separate the people who are really true entrepreneurs and really are dedicated to this and can make it through the rough times, because all that money, all this free time is going to run out, and it's going to separate the real serious from the hobbyist, I'm going to say. Okay. So be careful of those people. What you want to do is you got to go into your own cocoon. But let me just go ahead and tell you the third one, because the third one kind of ties into both. It's a mixture of all of this. And it's kind of, a lot of people are not going to want to hear this one. People say it, but it's really something you have to do. I'm going to read this. They're not interested until they see you succeed. Okay, I read that, I think. Yeah. Friends and family can sometimes be your worst customer, sad but true. Yeah, exactly. Right. So we know that. We keep saying it in all the videos, right? And that was my third one. But I'm kind of putting a spin on it, because unfortunately, one of the three types of people to avoid when becoming an entrepreneur will be, believe it or not, friends and family. That's my third one. And it's like, well, that's everybody you know. And when I say avoid, I'm saying you can let people know, but when you're really trying to make your dreams come true, y'all know how I talk. I'm veering off a little bit because I'm trying to tell you how I move, how I think, how I am. I go into a cocoon. Even when I don't want to, I end up being in a cocoon. Like, I'll meditate, I manifest, I do all these things, and I'm kind of forced into a cocoon because you have to be kind of in a cocoon to make things happen. Sometimes you got to lock down. So I'm not saying cut off everybody, you know, no, but you really got to like buckle down and, like just shut it down. Like when people ask you how it's going, oh, it's going good. It's going good. Things moving along, and then just leave it at that, because you don't want too many different energies coming in with people with their all their little whatever. Well, the pandemic come to an end. They said unemployment go, whatever. We're just trying to kind of put fear in you. Like you have to just go into a cocoon, have a plan, and work it. And so to a certain degree, you do have to block off friends and family. There should usually only be about 3 to 4 people around you when you are really trying to make your dreams come up off the ground. It's like, I have yet to see a person outside of like a rapper or something like that, or somebody in the entertainment industry, have a ton of people around them when they're trying to elevate and do their own thing. They only have a few select people. And I'll tell you this too, even like, I'm gonna use Kanye, for example. Even with Kanye, Kanye, when he first blew up, he had a big entourage of people. But I remember there was a scandal where one of the people that he had in his entourage actually told on him. And that's how that scandal came out about him cheating, because it was a person in his camp that sold the video, sold the footage or whatever, showing that he was cheating on a girl when they were in Vegas. It was somebody in his camp. So I'm pretty sure he has tightened up his camp. So you see people around, but that doesn't mean that those people are necessarily in in the mix of what's really going on or what's about to happen or what tour they're about to do next. So if he's about to start a new brand, I'm pretty sure I'm going to say old Kanye, not the new, off balance Kanye, but you get what I'm saying. You get what I'm saying? Like, you have to kind of tighten it up. You're going to have to kind of just go into a cocoon. I just watched the other day. That's what I was going to say too. I just rewatched The Secret, and I rewatch The Secret like once every other month. Even if I'm not sitting down and watching The Secret, I play it while I'm over here doing something else. I play it while I'm cleaning up. I play it while I'm straightening up something, whatever. I play The Secret so it can subconsciously stay in my mind that you are what you think you are. Everything is just energy, and energy moves. Your thoughts vibrate out. And I'm not even that deep of a person into that, but I have learned over the years, whatever you think, it shall be. So you got to be careful on letting the wrong people around you too deeply when you're in the meat of things, when you're in the thick of things, because they will change your thought process. Okay. Some of them are doing it on purpose, but some of them will do it subconsciously without even trying to damper what you got going on. Like, I'm going to say some of the long-term 9-to-5ers, they may say something like, go ahead and see if you can get the county care, but I don't know if you'll be able to get it if that's like the government insurance, whatever. I don't know if you'll be able to get it. I have to check in. So now you all focused on what you're doing, but this particular person, it could be your grandmother, whoever just said that to you, and now they just put, believe it or not, it happens just like that. They didn't try to deter you from your dreams and moving forward, but they put something kind of in the air around you that made you worry. And if you would have stayed focused on what you were supposed to be doing, if you feel in your heart you're really supposed to be an entrepreneur, that would have worked itself out naturally anyway. You get what I'm saying? But that kind of threw you off track a little bit because you have a 9-to-5er in your ear, subconsciously putting out things that they feel will be an issue or a problem for you. So we got to be really careful, because these types of people will come and subconsciously or purposely kind of throw you off what you're trying to do. And so I think that's pretty much what I had to say, because I had a bonus one, but the bonus was the wannabes. And so the wannabes kind of tied into the nosies. So you got to be really careful, like, be aware, because what's happening is we're coming out of the pandemic. And I'm hoping, I know for a fact, I know we got some full-time nail techs here. I know we got, we're saying congratulations, Susie Brown. We got someone who graduated and she's really pushing forward. Oh, okay. Yeah. But I just want to know, like, what have you all done? Like, have you all stayed on track during this pandemic? Have you lined up what you're going to do? Like, have you made some moves, even if you're not fully activated? Have you at least set the groundwork and made some steps? Or are you keeping the same people around who don't understand, can't offer proper support in the vision? You got too many energies around you, throwing you off. What's going on? So we have Susie Brown. I start school next week and going to keep my job while in school to help jumpstart your career. Yes. See, that's what I'm talking about. See, that's the move right there. That's the move. Congratulations. Congratulations. Yeah, got to move in silence. And that's something I have to work on a little bit more, because I realize that I have people that ask questions. And a lot of times people ask questions just to be nosy. Sometimes people ask the questions and you will feel that energy. You got that energy too from people that's like, we'll see, sort of thing. So it's best just to keep it tight. Yeah, they'll reflect their experiences onto you. Yeah, you got to be careful. Don't say a damn thing to them. I have state board scheduled for July 15th. I am crazy scared. I don't know why. Congratulations. No. In your state, do you have to do a practical and the written? Do you have to do both? Because here we only have to do the practical. I mean, no. We only had to do the written part. So, but I'm going to tell you, I'm pretty sure you know enough. I'm pretty sure. Like, if you understand the difference, I'm telling you again, if you understand that difference between the sanitation, disinfection, and sterilization, understand those basic principles on that. And then the different types of bacteria, like what is it? The bacilli, the spirilla, and what's the other one? It's three of them. You know those, then you will pass that test with flying colors, because they really just ask the questions, same questions, different ways to make sure that you understand. That's it. Oh, you got to do both? Okay. And the practical, I wouldn't worry if you could put on a basic nail. That's all they want to know. Like, do you know how to properly hold and use those instruments? And can you lay a basic nail? I don't think they're looking for like, oh, it's off. I don't think so. I think it's like basic. I really do. So I wouldn't be scared. I would go in there, like, just make sure that you get rest. Don't overstudy. Study that night. Eat good. Take you a hot shower. Make sure your sleeping environment is perfect. Wake up early so you're not rushing. When you get there, maybe glance over your cheat sheet one good time, drink some water, and just go in, because it's already in your brain. Yep. No need to be scared. No need to be scared. Yep. Oh, you said you're going for cars. Oh, you're going for cars. Yeah, that's bigger. I wouldn't worry though. I mean, what do they want you to do? A roller set? They want you to do a roller set or something? I don't know. I remember roller sets, and I think they do have you put on 2 nails. And back in the day, it used to be finger waves. I know they don't still have you doing finger waves. Oh my goodness. Practical is basically about sanitation too. Oh yeah. Do not pick up anything you drop, and bring 2 of everything. Marie told you. Marie said it first. That's right. All right. Well, you got it. You got it, girl. You got it. You got it, girl. You got it. You know, I don't know the words to nothing, but you got it. Look at that. That looks like little whales or little Pac-Mans. What is that? Okay. I know that's a little laughing. What is this? Oh, little bald head babies laughing. And what are these little Pac-Mans? Little seals? What is that? Oh, when I say stuff like that, I tell my age. I know, I'm sorry. But you know what? That's really all I had to say. I can't believe that still went 50 minutes. I just wanted to kind of put that in your ear to kind of be aware. Oh, no finger waves. Look, that's the last person I knew that had to take a practical. They were doing finger waves and skateboard. All my friends been licensed like 20-something years. Yeah, in hair, yeah. All the hairstylists I know, they've been licensed forever. So that's really all I had to say. And I'm not saying these things to be negative, but we do need to have these real discussions about things, because a lot of people get talked right out of their dreams and their goals. And you got to be careful too, because I know people that want to do things, and it's their own boyfriends and husbands who are like, well, how you gonna pay bills, or who gonna watch the baby? And instead of being solution oriented, they are problem presenters. And you got to be careful of that too, because you'll have people around you who will present all the problems around, or I'm not gonna say problems, the obstacles, instead of trying to sit down and say, okay, well, how do we do it? Instead of saying, what you gonna do about this? So be careful, because I know people have children too, but it's very, very, very possible. And I keep telling everyone, with school, they are more flexible than you think, because they want your money, especially nowadays, because you got so many entrepreneurs who have popped up, and most of them do not want to go to school. They just are talented naturally. They don't feel like they need to know the legal part of it, or the sanitation, disinfection, and the health part of it. They don't want to know the real business side of it. They just want to do it. And so I think that enrollment in a lot of these schools is probably down from what it used to be maybe 10 years ago. So these people need your money. So they're going to work with you. I have yet to hear a person say, they told me I couldn't come here because of my schedule. No, they'll work with you some type of way. It just may take you longer. And are we building our business? Because the social media thing is everything. Like, they killing it on the social media. Every day I'm finding a new millionaire. They are killing it online. I'm going to keep saying it. Are we online? Are we promoting? Like, are we practicing? Are we promoting? Because they are killing it. I had someone tell me that I should have appointments set up before first going into, I had someone tell me that I should have appointments set up first before going into booth rent. Had I listened to her, I wouldn't have done it. Oh, wait, say that again. I'm sorry. You said, heck yes, I have 3 babies, ages 4, 2, and 9 months. Woo, small ones. Still full-time employee and going to school full-time. I refuse to work for Jeff Bezos forever. Yes, exactly. And some people, that's their place on this earth. But for those of us who don't want to do it, it's like you got to really buckle down. And it's so crazy. I tell people around me all the time, even what I'm going through right now, I tell them, and I have to tell myself. I have to tell myself on a daily basis. In 3 months, you'll look back on this. It'll all be a memory. In a year from now, it'll really be a memory. You'll forget most of this stuff in a year. All these little, snafus and snags or whatever. It'll be all a memory. All a memory. It's just today was hard. This week has been hard, but it's not hard forever. As long as you're working towards your goals, it always becomes easier. You have a better process. Your plan starts to fall through. Things start to flow easier. So that's it. That's all. Plan, pray, and proceed. Hello. I've been doing nails since 2015. I quit my job in November last year to do nails full time. I couldn't be happier. I'm happier and more financially stable. I'm not where I want to be yet, but I am doing the darn thing. I put that on the end, but I'm doing the darn thing. Exactly. And let me tell you my latest obsession. One of my friend's daughter put me on to TikTok. Now I knew about it, but she actually took my phone from me and ran and installed TikTok on my phone. And I have been addicted. When I tell you, I can be on TikTok for 6 hours straight because it's not what people think. I watch the dances and stuff, but it's a lot of good information on there and inspiration. There was a girl who said, how did I, how they have the little skits or whatever. And it's like, how did I go from this to this? And it was showing, she was like basically saying, how did I go from homeless? You guys, I saw this last night. How did I go from homeless to making 6 figures in, what'd she say, 9 months or something like that? Yeah. And she was just showing, and she put up like a little slideshow, and it was showing all her nail designs. She was like, I practiced, I did this, I did that. The girl said she was homeless. And she said it was a lot of practice, a lot of sweat, tears, but she made it just that fast. Boom. It's like when you were put into a corner, and see, I bet you that girl, let me tell you something. That girl, I don't know her. I don't even know her channel or whatever. But I bet you she was put under enough pressure, and she was unhappy enough in her current situation where she got focused and she blocked out everybody. I bet you she went to a straight zone. When you go into a straight zone, you do not have time to be answering all these phone calls, having all these long conversations. You don't go out that much. You don't really have time. People should be saying to you, I have to talk to you, such. That's when you're in the zone. When you are in the zone, you eat, sleep, breathe outside of your real responsibilities. You eat, sleep, breathe every moment you get to trying to grow, to get to your goal. And that girl said she went from being homeless to making 6 figures. Like she said, she's booked, like overly booked. She makes so much money. And you could even see her nail designs kind of grow. Like it just went from beginner to like, boom, like she's up there, right on point. So, but with that, when stuff like that happens, I already know there's no way. Tell me the last time you seen it. Even if you have kids, you tell your kids to focus in school. They can't get good grades in school if they're out partying every weekend. They barely doing their homework. They barely studying. They on the phone. They on the laptop. They on the, they doing everything else. How would they have good grades? Usually people who excel, they are focused on what they're doing. Like some of that social stuff got to come out, cut out, and shoot, just be in a zone. With chemical applications, you all going over. Okay. She basically said don't go into booth rent without having appointments already lined up before you went for it. Appointments? No. If you are good at what you do, and you know how to market yourself and you have some sort of clientele set up, then booth rent should not be a problem. Booth rent can also be okay depending on the salon. If you have just a few clients, but you're going into a salon where you're the only nail tech and they have a lot of people working there, because you're gonna get overflow, period. Just as soon as you come in the door, you're gonna get their clients to come in your chair. So yeah, you can't listen to everybody. Like, you could take stuff from me and everybody else, but you got to kind of figure out what to filter out and what works best for your situation. Every single situation is totally different. One little detail can change the situation. Like Lauren, if you had a child, that would change your situation totally. A person who doesn't have children is different from a person who does. A person who lives in the South is different from a person who lives, let's say, in New Mexico. You know, so even location makes a difference. Do you have children? Age? Do you have a car? You know, all those things change the scenario. Okay. Yep. Divorce for my graduation. Wait. For my graduation gift. That's for another day. Okay. It might be a case study. I don't know. If you all have a case study, you can always email me at Shecago. And it's not that I don't have a case study. I haven't really been thinking about different scenarios to make a case study or anything like that. So if you have something you think should be a case study, or you want people to chime in, you can always email me at shecago@yahoo.com. Yep, it'll go right to my phone and I'll see it right away. Shecago@yahoo.com. So I feel like I've been on here long enough. So I'm going to give you all a second to ask me anything before I hop off of here, because I'm catching up on Nip Tuck. Do you remember that show, Nip Tuck? I'm watching it from the beginning. It is so good. I love watching shows I haven't seen in years, because it's like watching it for the first time. And that was like one of my favorite shows. Well, I got to fix something to eat. I have not eaten today. Just a granola bar and some cantaloupe. That's it. So I'm just giving you all a second if you have a question and I can answer, and then I'm going to let you all go. Seriously, ask me. Thank you for doing what you do. No, thank you all for your support, understanding of my goofiness and my little quirks and stuff like that. Yeah. So this is what I was led to do. It's crazy how this channel evolved. I didn't know it would turn into this. And much more to come. And if you caught the beginning of this live, you would see boxes stacked up over my head. And it's just a slow moving process, but it's a big process. So I can do nothing but be patient, right? Yes, I love Nip Tuck. Nip Tuck is on Hulu. I just joined Hulu reluctantly. I'm so sick of all these subscriptions I have, but they'll put one show you like on one channel, then another show is on Stars, and one is on HBO. They say they got us again. They got us paying more money than we did for a cable package. So, well, yeah, it's on Hulu. You said this weekend I watched Secret of a Mariner's Wife on Lifetime. It was good. Really? Somebody told me to watch something. I did not do it. Yep. Did you watch Soccer Mom, Madam? I did not. Where was it again? I meant to watch it. I think I pulled it up, and because I can watch it right now, because Nip Tuck will be there. Where was it, on Amazon Prime? What was it? No questions, but thank you. No, thank you for watching. Be sure you hit that notification bell. Be sure to. My grammar is terrible tonight because I'm really sleepy. I did not sleep at all last night. I'm not going to lie to you. I was on TikTok all night till 9 a.m. And then I had to call my attorney. So I have not been to sleep, and I've only had like some fruit and nuts to eat all day. I'm crazy. Glad you caught the live. You needed this discussion tonight. Thank you. No problemo. Make sure you hit the notification bell. Yeah, it's called a cash grab. Wait, what was talking about here? Oh, wait. You said it still takes you 5 hours to do a set of nails. Anyone have any advice? You have been a great help getting this far. Thank you. That's that's my goal. That's what drives me too. I'm watching Friday Night Lights on Hulu and Vampire Diaries on Netflix. You watching both? Oh my God. See, I'm not the only one. It's crazy because even though the world has opened back up, I'm not really ready to go. I go out, but then I kind of get freaked out in certain situations. Like tonight, I was invited to go to a Cubs game, and I said I was going to go, but I said that the other day when we were at a barbecue, and we were drinking, and I'm just like, yeah, I'm going. But then I went online, and somebody put Wrigley Field to show all those people out in the street, and it could freak me out. And I was like, I'm not going out in the crowds like that because I am not vaccinated. I do not plan to get it right away or hopefully ever, but I'm not going to get it right now. So no one's wearing a mask over that way. And it's just too many people. I'm not ready to be in huge crowds like that. And so I'm still wearing my mask out in public places. So I kind of declined that. And I kind of have gotten used to being in the house in my solitude. And like I'm telling you all, just like I'm telling you all, like when you're trying to make something really big happen in your life or a big shift, sometimes the universe will force you into a cocoon. And that's what I'm kind of doing right now. I've been sleeping. I didn't sleep last night, but I will take naps. I've been sleeping. I've been resting. I've been meditating, just doing what I'm supposed to do to get ready for this shift. So I don't have any questions at the moment. I would like to say thank you and I appreciate you very much for sharing. No, thank you. Thank you for watching because sometimes I'm like, you do too much, Tanisha. You're just doing too much. You're too aggressive. But I'm like, you know what? I think some people like it. It doesn't have to be for everyone. It just has to be organic and authentic and with good intention. And so if it helps one person a month to really move forward, then that's 12 people in a year, and I'm happy with that. Shoot. So Lauren's talking to you, who said you had it takes you 5 hours. So they're saying to watch Natalie Carmona and Nail by Nikki. Yep. And Natalie, I think, is more seasoned in the game than Nail by Nikki. But they're both a very great help. What I will say to a lot of the newer nail techs is what's happening is a lot of new nail techs are skipping past the basics and they are going right to try to do all these fancy designs they see. And that will be discouraging because what happens is you see this set online, you say, "Ooh, I'm going to do this. I'm going to screenshot it. I'm going to do this." And it is extra long nails with 4 different acrylic colors and glitter going through there. And then Louis Vuitton charms on top. Blinged out on this one. And it's like, if you haven't taken time to really perfect just laying a straight set of acrylic, then you're going to kind of make your journey in becoming a great evolved nail tech. Because you have some people that just do nails, but if you want to be an evolved nail tech, my advice is always don't skip past the basics because your foundation needs to be good. And I'm telling you that I get people that come to me all the time, the younger girls, they come back to me, even though they go to their friend who knows how to do the designs, they realize the quality is not the same. They'll come back to me. The tips don't fit properly. The acrylic is not even. One of them broke right away. It's super lumpy. They know it, but they don't want to hurt their friends' feelings, but they will come back to me and say, I had to come back and get it done right. But they know that I don't really like doing all that crazy design work. I can, but I don't like to. So they're going to go to their friend who's going to charge them $40 because she's really kind of just practicing. But what I'm saying is, if you want to do this long term, don't skip past proper acrylic. Like your acrylic should be, this is how you know you're really good at acrylic. You should be able to lay a set of acrylic, and if you were in a rush, if this person were in an extreme rush, you could literally just use a buffer and put a top coat and send their ass out the door. If you are really good at acrylic, you should be able to, I'm telling you, this is a test to know. If you can lay some acrylic, and this person said, oh my God, I forgot. Oh, I got to pick my son up today. I got to walk out the door right now. You just laid the acrylic. What are you going to do? You should be able to just hit them with the buffer real quick and top coat them and literally have them walking out the door. Okay, I could get you out the door in 5 minutes, literally. Like, Boom, the acrylic is that smooth. That's how you know your acrylic is on point, you know, and it won't lift. Yes, I'm a beginner, but it's been over 5 months. Okay. Yeah, so don't skip, do the designs, but I will say as a beginner, the thing that's going to shave off time is learning that the base. The base is just sometimes grab somebody who doesn't even wear acrylic. This is what you do. Grab someone who doesn't even wear designs and stuff and ask them if you could just put a set on them. Even if it's just one hand, can I lay a set? And then you just straight up focus on that. So then you don't have the pressure. See, you don't have the pressure of trying to figure out laying color, laying glitter inside and all these inlays and stuff. Sometimes you just got to sit down and say, can I lay some acrylic? Is my brush broken in correctly? Do I have the proper liquid powder ratio? Do I even like this brand of acrylic that I'm using? Do I need to switch it up? You know, maybe if you got a few, maybe try Mia Secrets, then try the Young Nails, then try whatever. And, you know, just kind of play with that. Like, take some time to really focus on that. Because once you can really have a handle on your acrylic system and your pressure and your weight, you will start to do the designs faster. You see what I'm saying? This is me being tired. It all will flow better. See, it's almost like, how do I put this? It's almost like you're trying to do the advance of, not you, but I'm saying I notice a lot of new nail techs when I hear that, you all are skipping straight to trying to go and learn. You're taking the advanced class right away. You know, like kind of do it, but take some time and focus on the more beginner stuff, the foundations. Yeah. What did Chrissy say? Yep. Breaking down your time, watch YouTube videos on how to reduce time. And I don't know if you know, but I actually have a class. I don't know if acrylic is the issue, but usually that's the issue. Because if you don't understand your system or haven't gotten comfortable with your system, this is it. It's been out for a while. Great acrylic every time. So this is just learning how to lay acrylic, getting comfortable with your acrylic. Because the thing about it, more likely than not, you're probably working with a lot of colors and trying to do all this intricate stuff. But working with color acrylics is an advanced thing because color acrylics have pigment in them. And so each one is going to be different. So you'll pick up a light pink. Let me tell you, I'm telling you, I think about these things on a deeper level. When you pick up the light baby pink, it's real smooth. And then you go to pick up some red, it's real chalky. You know why? Because it's way more pigment in that red. You know, or you go pick up this black, it's super runny. You know, you go pick up different colors, especially if you have different brands. Some are grainy, some are runny, some are super stiff right away, you know. And so if you don't really get into understanding the basics, you're gonna take forever because now you're kind of flustered working with all these different textures, you know. I hope that makes sense. And that's usually what it is. Do what you're doing, but grab a cousin or somebody who's like a plain Jane and just let them be your model just to start timing acrylic. Like, let me see if I can lay this set in 45 minutes. Boom, boom, boom. And you don't have that pressure of the designs on you because that pressure can be a lot, especially when somebody's sitting there staring at you, they antsy, they keep picking up their phone and it flusters you. And that kind of throws off our timing too, you know? 1.5, 2 hours isn't bad. Just make sure the quality is good. Yeah, and if you're doing designs, that's about right, depending on what type of designs it is, because ombres, just depending on what it is, it can take that long, definitely. But 5 hours is something else going on. So I say go back to the basics once a week. Thanks for all your help. No problem. Nail by V is my favorite. I've heard that name. I feel like I've watched a few videos. Yeah, worry about the basics. She gonna want to do it anyway because that's all the nail techs, they want to get straight to the designs, you know. But I'm just saying, set aside some time to go back and you'll notice that the designs will go easier because color acrylic is weird sometimes. I'm telling you, color acrylic can be really strange. It just depends. You pick up one color is good, and then we're in the summer months too. Temperature changes the way chemicals react too. Oh, you going for cosmetology? Okay. That's a big license. If you can get it, get it. You said, well, it's good enough for me as I'm in practice right now. All my nails stay on. I'm just getting the laying and shaping down. Okay. Yeah. See, that's where the class comes in, because it's all about, if you can lay, the better you can lay acrylic, that's where it all, the laying and the shaping, that's what it is. It's not the design, but the laying and the shaping is what kills people. People overshape in the beginning and then they go back and reshape it again. That's double work. And laying, some people are putting acrylic on that's too runny and wiping it right back off, or they're putting acrylic on the nail that is way too dry and chalky, and it's stiffening up before they can even smooth it out. So they just keep laying more and laying more. Now they got a big old brick up there. Now they got to spend all day filing. So, you know, it's really a skill. It takes time. You said, now when I look back, now that I look back, when I started, I wasn't focused on the basics first. That's what took you so long. Yeah, when I first started, oh my God, I'm not going to tell you all when I first started, because when I first when I first started doing nails, I was buying my stuff from Walgreens. So I can't even say that, because I don't even think it was like acrylic. It was like some gel stuff. I'm not going to talk about it. Yes, you think acrylic is your issue. You self-taught. You'll be looking at everything. Everyone's just showing you. You appreciate it. Okay, yeah. Yeah, and a lot of us, I'm self-taught. I went to school, of course, but I'm self-taught. This was just in me. Yeah. And then, you know, sometimes when you have people in your chair, people do stuff like this too. You said they fall asleep. Oh, I can't stay and see, falling asleep is a problem, because now you got to keep tapping them awake because they're pulling away. The weight is changing, so it's throwing you off. And then what they do too is you get people who start calling their cell phone. Then you have people that's rude, and they'll be like, "Oh, you still there?" So now that's making you feel some type of way, because you already trying to do a good job. You know it's been a long time, so you hear the person they're talking to saying, "You still there? How much longer you gonna be? Dad, what you getting done? Oh my God." You know, stuff like that. And all of that kind of makes a person nervous too. I get it. Yep. White colored acrylic. White acrylic is weird anyway. It's still weird for me. It's chalky. It's weird. Sometimes white acrylic is weird. So if you jump in straight to whites and colors and stuff like that, they will have you thinking you will never master it. Master your main system, and the other part will flow. The better you lay, the faster the filing. Yep. If you use different companies of color acrylic, most likely the consistency won't be the same. Exactly right, because different companies have different consistencies. I have a peanut butter color that I was using. I can't think of the name of it. One of my clients loved it, and I used it all up. It was gone. And I went back to get it. They didn't have any, so I ordered Mia Secrets, and I thought it would match, and it did kind of match, but it was a totally different consistency. Like, all powders have, it's not the liquid, it's the polymer, the powder. Yeah, everyone is self-taught usually. Self-taught is a better way of saying unlicensed people and put in their bio. Yeah, most people don't really care about that in terms of clients. They're looking at your work. You don't even really have to address that. But I say, if you plan on doing it, you got to be licensed, because you will be pigeonholed into how much you can do in this industry. And if you watch my other videos, there's so much you can do, but you won't be qualified to do it if you are not licensed. Yep. Your first set was that Walgreens no light gel kit. Yeah, I couldn't remember what it was. I'm like, it wasn't traditional acrylic I was doing. I just remember my grandmother bought it for me, and I was just happy, and I was just doing whatever. And yeah, you said, I don't know where me and white go wrong. Exactly. White is pasty. It's just pasty. It's pasty. It's pasty. Even if you watch some of the greats online, if they go to lay that white, they always lose control of it. White is weird. It's going to either clog up like a brick, or it's going to run everywhere. So, you know, with the color acrylics too, I don't know if you know this, Noonie had addressed this some time ago. He was like, you all are using these color acrylics like they are regular acrylics, core powders. They're not core powders. They're color. They're meant to be put on like a polish. And so therefore, when you're doing that too, Some nail techs prefer to pick up a different brush, depending on whose nails I'm doing and the width, how long they're getting them. If I'm working with a color, I have different brushes for that. So I may go back down to an 8 to do detailed color work. I usually will switch up brushes. It's a reason for that too. Number one, you got to have control. And when you're working with your regular, let's say 12 or 14, and you're working with the color acrylic, when you are dipping that brush into the liquid, you're picking up way too much monomer or liquid. You're picking up way too much. And that's going to be one of the reasons why when you go to pick up the color acrylic, you're releasing, as soon as you press down to pick up the color acrylic, you need to get the class, whoever's watching this, because it explains it. You're releasing liquid. And so you release way too much liquid into this little bitty amount of color acrylic that you needed to do this design. And that's when you lose control of it. So things like that, we have to look at the science behind these products, these chemicals. It's chemical reactions happening. So yeah, I just thought I would throw that in there. Oh, we went through. Yeah, I get it. No, you got to keep the white. You got to treat white like it's a color acrylic, really. And a lot of nail techs, I think, make that mistake of using it like it's a core, and it is, but it's not. You treat it like a color. It's very weird, and that's why. And it has a lot of pigment in it. And also, you don't want to use color acrylic like it's a core powder color because it's not as strong. The strongest acrylic is clear. When you start putting additives into polymer, it weakens it. And so that's when you get people with lifting or nails that are popping off whole because you put too much of that on there. You need to just kind of use it like a paint, so to speak. And you need to be capping it more so in the clear. That's going to give it the strength. So thin layer of color acrylic, then cap clear. Yep. Okay. You just said it. I never even thought about using different brushes for color. Yes, because if you're using the same brush, you're using way too much liquid. And as soon as you put any type of pressure down, it's releasing enough liquid like you're laying a big ball to lay acrylic. So that's why a lot of nail techs lose control of color acrylic too. You need to get a smaller brush. And that is why you go back with clear for the strengths. Yep, strength. See, I'm tired. And it's more cost effective capping in clear. Yes, and that's why they only sell color acrylic in small containers. You don't need that much. A small little 1 ounce container, unless you just use it like crazy, should last you for months. And if you don't really use it that much, for years. I have colors that I bought 10 years ago. I still have them because color acrylics do not go, acrylic polymer does not go bad. Polymer does not go bad. You can keep polymer for 20 years. As long as it's sealed in an airtight container where humidity is not getting to it, you can keep polymer forever. It's just powder. Now, if humidity gets to it, then you got a problem. But if it's sealed, you can keep it forever. Same thing with the color acrylics. If it's sealed, you can keep it forever. And certain colors should be lasting you forever, like a purple, or, just like odd colors that you bought that you rarely use. You should never have to buy them again. So I don't know. That's just my little input. I don't know. Maybe I don't know what I'm talking about. But yeah, so that was a good topic. Okay, so I guess I'm not going to hold you any longer. It's been 1 hour and 20 minutes. I really appreciate you all still sticking in there, even though I'm not on camera, because I am really sleepy. I told someone that, and they were like, no, it costs more. Wait, it's no more cost effective because you're still using all clear. I was just like, oh, okay. Yeah, I mean, color acrylic costs money. So if you're laying all that color acrylic, you got to be buying it left and right. That's what color clear is for, really, for capping or overlays. So I don't know. Anyway, I guess I'm going to let you all go. I really appreciate your patience. When I come on live again, I can't guarantee it, but maybe I'll have my regular setup. Just depends. Like I said, things are really crazy, but I'll catch you all in the next video. And if you have a case study, don't forget you can email me at Shecago@Yahoo. Okay. I'm reading these comments real quick. Oh, what you're talking about clear sheet. Yeah, I have bins and bins of clear. I've never seen a big jar, right, of color acrylic. Like, I've never even seen that in stores. The most you're going to see in a color acrylic is 2 ounces. That's it. So it's a reason for that. Okay. Well, I'll catch you all in the next one. Have a good one. Stay focused. Good night.